What's up, YouTube? It's Elijah the Hero, and today we have got a new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 DLC characters I want to come into the game. We will not be talking about the rumors and leaks that are coming out. Just know a lot of people are not happy about the game, but I am. So I'm going to talk about the future of the game and, what DLC characters I want to see come into the game. I have 3 honorable mentions. So we're going to have a fun time. We're going to talk about DLC characters and who I really hope comes in the game. I'm pretty sure you guys know who number 1's going to be. And kicking off this video, we have the first honorable mention, and that goes to Bloodsport. I did not know too much about Bloodsport until I saw the Suicide Squad movie, the James Gunn one. And, Idris Elba convinced me. I really like him. I thought he was a cool character. I like how his, gun or his weapons came from his suit. And I thought that was just pretty cool overall. So I think he would be a cool person to have in the game. Like I said, I don't know too much about him. I haven't really read any comics with him in it. So that is why he's on the honorable mentions. But I just think he would be cool to have. I have other Suicide Squad members that I like more than him, but yeah, he's kicking off this list. The second honorable mention that we have is Bronze Tiger. He is also somebody I don't know too much about. My first iteration of him was in the Arrowverse, Arrow TV show, and he was pretty cool. I know the actor who plays him is really in love with that role, so he impressed me when I saw it, and I've always liked him. And then the Suicide Squad Hell to Pay movie came out, and it made me like Bronze Tiger even more. And then I saw Batman Soul the Dragon movie, which he's also in. Takes place in the 70s though, which made me like him even more. So now I really hope he is in this game, because I have to say I'm kind of a fan. I actually want to go back and read more comics with him in it. If you guys know anything about Bronze Tiger or any comics that he's in, let me know in the comment section below so I could take a look at those, because I do want to get to know the character more. But yeah, this is just a personal honorable mention spot. I just really want him in the game because I just really like Bronze Tiger as a character. And for our third and final honorable mention, we have Cheetah. If she's not throwing hands with Wonder Woman, she's with the Suicide Squad. So I feel like, she is kind of a staple character when it comes to the Suicide Squad, at least after the New 52. I feel like she is a good character to have in the game, and we need more females in the game, considering that Harley Quinn is the only female. Cheetah would be a cool addition to the game, and I think her playstyle would, be really agile and close quarter combat, which I think would be pretty cool, because it seems like in the gameplay everybody shoots, and it's more of a third-person shooter versus, kind of like Gotham Knights or any of the Arkham games where it's fighting. It's shooting a lot, so I think it would be cool to have a melee character, something like Genji from Overwatch, a pretty heavy melee character, slashes and pounces on people. I think she would fit this game really well in the genre of the game and add something fresh and new. So I do think that she should definitely be in the game. She was really close to being number 5 on the on the regular list, but I just like the other characters more, and I think they would add more fun to the game. But yeah, she is the final honorable mention. Starting off our top 5 list, in the 5th spot, we have Rick Flag. And honestly, I'm very surprised that, he's not in the game, or he hasn't been announced in the game yet. I'd be really surprised if he was not in the game, because I feel like you can't have really the Suicide Squad without Rick Flag. I mean, he's been on almost every iteration of the team, so I feel like it would be kind of naked without mentioning him. And kind of crazy if you did not know this, because I'm guessing a lot of people didn't play this version, but Batman Arkham Origins, I believe it was a PSP or PS Vita. Yeah, I think it was a PS Vita game. Actually, Rick Flag popped up.
What if I made you an offer you couldn't refuse?
Federal authorities, step away from him, Catwoman. I said step away. I won't say it again.
Identification now.
Captain Rick Flag, Batman.
Never heard of you.
So he's in the Arkham universe, and it's kind of crazy that we haven't gotten any acknowledgement of him in the actual Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. But I mean, if he's not in the game, I feel like he should definitely be DLC, and we should be able to, like, maybe he have his own, like, story pack about where he was and what he was doing while the events of the game were going on, because I feel like he has to have an important role, or he has to have a role in some kind of light of the game. But yeah, definitely he needs to be in the DLC. Maybe with his own story pack. I'm not too sure what they could do with him, but I think he needs to be in the game. So that is why he's at the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have Peacemaker. And Peacemaker is a strategic and logical DLC character to have in this game. With DC and James Gunn being the head of DC now and running everything, Peacemaker is definitely going to be in this game. If they do DLC characters, he will definitely be in this game. He is the most popular HBO show right now with the Peacemaker show. He was popularity boomed with the Suicide Squad movie, and James Gunn just really likes Peacemaker, so I could not see him not being in this game. He would make too much money and make too much sense to be in this game. I think he would be a cool addition. Honestly, I don't know what they'll really do with him. I think personally Peacemaker is a boring character. All he has is, you know, his Peacemaker and that's it. He just shoots things. I don't really know what else he has to offer from a gameplay standpoint and what he can do to make the gameplay more exciting, because I don't think he'll be any more exciting than any of the other characters. But yes, he is number 4 on the list. Now we're finally getting to the part of the list that I'm excited for, the top 3. And kicking off the top 3, we have Katana. I just want Katana to be in a AAA DC video game so bad. Honestly, thinking about it, she probably made sense to put on my Gotham Knights list, but that would have been crazy. She would have been a guest character, of course, but it would have been really cool to have her, since, you know, she has some relationships to Batman. But we're not talking about that game. We're talking about Suicide Squad, which she has been a part of in the movie and in the comics. I just think Katana is such a cool and underrated character. I feel like she would fit perfectly for this game. With her sword, she can be fast, dash, cut through people, cut through waves of people. Agile, probably run on walls and things like that. I just think she would be a really cool character to have. Now, I know I compared Cheetah to Genji, but I feel like Katana would be way more Genji-like, with running on the walls, moving fast, having that little dash attack that he does with the sword, cutting through the minions and everything. I just feel like she would be such a great addition to the game, and I really hope out of all the characters on the list that she would be in the game. She would have took my number 1 spot, but I feel like the first 2 or the top 2 make more sense, and the number 2 character would probably be better from a gameplay standpoint, but Katana is my number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the lovely Killer Frost. I am a Killer Frost fan. I think she's a cool character. I did not like what they did with her in The Flash with the Caitlyn and Killer Frost stuff, but I do think she's a pretty cool character, and she has been a part of the Suicide Squad. I feel like Killer Frost from a gameplay standpoint would be so much fun to use, with her freezing people, freezing waves of people, being a support / assault character, just going ham, shooting ice beams, shooting like clusters of ice. And she could play like Mei from Overwatch. I don't know why I'm making so many Overwatch comparisons, but she could play like Mei from Overwatch, have like freeze enemies in a time limit. I think she'd just be pretty cool to play, and I think she would have a lot to offer in the game. She could have like a Iceman ability, like where he does like that slide thing. She could do that in the game as like her traversal. There's just so much you can do with characters who use ice, and I feel like the possibilities are limitless. And in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I feel like she would be really fun to play, especially with Rocksteady giving her a cool kit. But yes, she is my number 2. And I'm pretty sure you could have guessed who was taking that number 1 spot. It is the man, the myth, the legend, the Terminator himself, Deathstroke, Slade Wilson. Yes, he is in the number 1 spot. I'm pretty sure you already knew that coming into this video. But I do want to say something. I think that this needs to be Rocksteady's last time using Deathstroke. He's been in a lot of the Batman games. Well, he's just been in like 2 or 3. But I feel like every time he's in the game, he's been a joke, except for Origins. Origins is the only one that really took him seriously. To have him be like a boss fight in Arkham Knight and it was a tank fight, and we really didn't get to see what he was been capable of since then, I feel like they need to take one more tackle at Deathstroke, and I feel like the best way to take that tackle is to have him be playable in this game. And I feel like it makes sense from a money standpoint, strategic standpoint. Deathstroke is a very popular character. He was just the big bad villain of a big event in the comics with Dark Crisis, so his name holds weight. People respect Deathstroke, people like Deathstroke. He's a lot of people's favorite villains. He's one of my favorite villains, and I feel like he just needs some respect in video game form, especially in general. In comics, he's just been the guy who gets his ass kicked. In DC animation, he's the guy who gets his ass kicked. This is a man who can go to toe with the Justice League by himself, and yet I feel like he doesn't get that respect at all in the comics. Like, Dick Grayson just beat the crap out of him with one arm, and he did it twice. Not once, he did it twice in the same comic book line. So I feel like, you know, we just need to put some respect on Deathstroke, and what better way to put some respect on him than have him be a playable character in this game. He can, you know, use variety of weapons with swords and guns and be agile, kind of be like a ninja on the field, because that's basically what he is. And I just think he would be a really cool character to have. He is probably my number one and most, well, he's not my number one, he is the number one on the list, but he's probably the most character that I see likely being in DLC. If they have DLC, I think he's probably going to be the character that they pick out of this whole entire list. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that he'd probably be the first person coming to the game. But yes, Deathstroke is number one. And those are my top 5 DLC characters I want to see in Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Let me know, did you already know Deathstroke was going to be number one? Were you surprised by anybody in the list? I feel like some of the characters I pick, some people might be surprised, definitely with Katana and Killer Frost most likely, but I don't really know. But yeah, let me know what your list would be. Who would you want to be DLC in this game? Who do you see yourself? Do you want to play as some of the Justice League members or just Suicide Squad members only? Let me know in the comment section below. There was a comment in my last video of somebody saying that they would let me know what their list would be if I told them, so I'm telling you. So I better see your comment in the comment section down below. I've been Elijah the Hero. Peace. Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Push the notification bell to be notified for new videos. And remember, have a great day.